Hey guys, what is up? RedPandaMining here. How you guys all doing? I hope you're all doing really well and having a really great day. In this video, HiveOS has sponsored me to talk about their new HiveOS ASIC firmware for the Bitmain S17 and S17 Pros. I know that a few of my community members are ASIC miners, so this will pertain to you guys. And as you guys know, I'm a GPU miner. I've never mined on an ASIC before, but hey, in the future, it may happen, but at the moment, I'm not an ASIC miner. Just giving that disclaimer for you guys. Okay, so I'm just going to talk about the ASIC firmware that HiveOS has mentioned here. And before, they've also had the S9 and S9J and the S9i firmware as well to boost the terahash with a standard power supply on an S9. Let me know down below, my friends, if you guys have used HiveOS's firmware for mining. I would love to know. And now that they've released the S17 and S17 Pro firmware, which you can get about 72 terahash on air or 80 terahash on, or 85 terahash even on liquid cooling, which sounds amazing. Let me know down below if you guys are going to be trying this, okay? So I'm just going to go through a few things here regarding their firmware installation for the S17 Pro, as well as the power consumption stuff, and as well as the profitability. I can't forget that. And I'm going to talk about the Bitcoin hash rate at near the end of the video. Let's begin the features and whatnot for the HiveOS firmware for the S17s, okay? Or I guess any of the ASIC miners here. So HiveOS is free for the HiveOS ASIC users. And there's a 2.8% dev fee in parallel mining. But then there's the S17 Pro, S9, and T9 Plus model. And they say there are advantages. So the advantage of these, okay, mainly the S17 Pro, you're able to get up to 80.1 terahash on a standard power supply compared to the 50.3 terahash on stock firmware. All right, so and then you can go up to 85 terahash with liquid cooling, which I think I've seen a few of my community members in rig picks with liquid cooling ASIC miners or outdoor cooling or something, which would be pretty cool. And then we can see here they also have the speed up worn ASIC chips. So apparently if you have damaged ASIC chips, you can put them at lower frequency so that they'll use less power and prolong the chip lifespan for the ASIC chips, which is, I think, a cool feature. I've never tried that before, but that seems pretty awesome. Let me know down below if you guys have used that. Okay, next up is the ASIC chips for overclocking. You can overclock your ASIC chips, which can't be done on stock firmware. Okay, so apparently there's an auto-tuning script which will reconfigure each chip's clock speed for the best result with minimum effort. All right, and you guys can see the relative hash rate numbers here correlating with the power consumptions, which is pretty cool. So 80.1 terahash, you're able to get 3,595 watts. Pretty awesome. And then, of course, you guys, most of you guys that mine on HiveOS, I know that a lot of you guys do, you can monitor your ASICs from anywhere, from the web GUI. You check your hash rates, chip errors, power consumption levels, remote troubleshooting, and bulk updates from across your entire farm, as well as a built-in watt meter for in the web interface, temperature readings, and hash rate watchdogs in case your ASICs or GPUs even the temperatures get too high. So there's a watchdog to restart the miner or turn off your rig if it's getting too hot. Okay, my friends, now let's keep going here. Let's talk about the ASIC firmware installation, okay? There's a guide here for the S17, S17 Pro, okay? So if you wanted to install it, okay, I'm going to go down here, okay? So I'll have this link down below in the description. Basically, you just, pretty easy, download, unzip the following archive, you download the S17 installer, okay? Then make sure you have your S17 plugged into your local network that's connected to your computer, okay, so that you can then scan the network using the BTC_tools and then export the list to a CSV, all right? From the CSV, copy the IP list and insert it into the IPS.ini. In case you don't have a lot of the devices, you can make this list manually. All right, that's cool. go to config.ini and check the login and password for the ASIC's SSH or web interface. If the password for the web interface was changed, the same would be for the SSH. Set up farm_hash to connect the Hive or API if necessary. Download the firmware file. It has to be have Hive on in its title. You can download it here, S17. For the S17 and S17 Pro, we offer the same firmware file. However, there are two options, signed or no signed firmware. The signed firmware can be updated only to another signed Hive on firmware via ASIC's web interface or BTC_tools. Okay, third party or official firmware cannot be installed this way. However, you can use the rm-rf and then this code here command, send it to your ASICs via the Hive web, and it will temporarily delete the certificate. But you can reboot your ASIC to bring it back. After this, you will be able to move any firmware via the firmware update menu in the Hive web. It will be possible to choose the firmware from the list or to use the URL. Okay, and then you guys can see the signed firmware you can download here, and then so on and so forth. So pretty cool, my friends. You can do all this here if you want, if you guys have an S17. And yeah, I'll have this link down below. You guys can do it. It's pretty easy, it seems. And it's too bad I don't have an S17 to show you guys. As I said, I am not an ASIC miner, and I've actually never mined with an ASIC before. But hey, this is pretty cool. Good on HiveOS for going through the bleeding edge, getting the most terahashes you can from an Antminer S17 and S17 Pro. Pretty cool. Good on them. And now I just want to go through, I guess I already talked about the power consumptions. They already had it mentioned on over here. But anyway, 80 terahash at about 3,600 watts on a stock power supply, and 85 terahash at 4,300 watts. Wow. You're going to need some major power at your place. Or I guess this is mainly going to be for a lot of industrial sized Bitcoin mining farms, which, as we know, there's a lot of Bitcoin mining farms out there. And yeah, this was just a video on the HiveOS channel. They actually had a YouTube channel. I didn't know that until now. So I subscribed to them, liked their videos here. S17, S17 Pro overclocking firmware. It was just a little showcasing video, which was pretty cool, pretty funny. Okay, now my friends, let's talk about the profitability. Okay, so say you had an S17 Pro, 53 terahash right now. You would be making $4.89 at, let's see, what's the power, at 12 cents per kilowatt hour. Okay, so let's go regular, 10 cents kilowatt hour, and we can see here, apparently we are going to be making $6.10 a day at 10 cents kilowatt hour. Wait a second, I feel like that's a little bit construed here. I'm going to reset this. Let's do 10 cents kilowatt hour again and make sure the website, yeah, okay. So the website looks to be correct here. Bitmain Antminer S17 Pro, 53 terahash at $6.10 a day. Okay, so now if we do 80 terahash, actually I need to go to a mining calculator. So let's go SHA-256 mining calculator. Okay, so we can use what to mine here, and nope, it's not DGB. We are going to go to ASIC and SHA-256. Okay, so if we put 80,000 gigahash here at, let's see, 3,600 watts, okay, 3,600 watts, we hit 10 cents kilowatt hour and profitability for the last 7 days, for instance. Hit calculate. We are going to be getting the profitability on a 80 terahash, 3,600 watt stock power supply, S17. We're going to get $7.73 profit after your electrical. And if you were mining, okay, I guess this is on NiceHash. If you were mining before electrical costs, it would cost $16.37 a day if you had free electrical. So wow, pretty ballin' on these ASIC miners, honestly. And if these cost $960 or $15.85 USD, that seems to be an insane profit margin compared to GPU mining. So hey, I know a few of you are ASIC miners. Let me know down below what you guys think. And I'm just going to end off here telling you guys that the Bitcoin hash rate is still going higher and higher. So interesting to note. Okay, so relative to the profitability I just showed you, this will change over time. Okay, depending if the Bitcoin price is going to go up or Bitcoin price go down, network difficulty and whatnot, this price will change all the time. Okay, so forewarning, disclaimer. So anyways, my friends, let me know what you guys think about the ASIC firmware, all right, from HiveOS, I guess the Hive on ASIC firmware for the S17 Pro, and the insane terahashes that you're able to get on these. So yeah, let me know down below if you guys are going to be trying this out on your S17s. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one, my friends, and peace out.